How fast was the fire? About 2.5 minutes after the heat source was applied, we spot smoke.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, you got smoke coming up. Yeah. Keep an eye out for when the detector goes off. You don't want it to take to get it going.
About a minute after smoke is spotted, the fire starts. Ignited, the flames have jumped up to the ceiling in 7 seconds. In less than 30 seconds, the ceiling of smoke begins to drop below the head height of a standing person, bringing with it intense heat. At 1 minute, smoke begins to fill the entire room. After less than 2 minutes, it's time for us to go. As Gary would inform us later, with good reason. Gary explains why we had needed to get out after only a couple of minutes.
And if the crews hadn't gone right in and started this, and we would have closed this up to let that thermal layer build, this room would have gotten to what we call the flashover potential probably within the next 2 to 3 minutes from the time we got everybody out and the crews went in.
What's flashover?
That flashover is when all the combustible items in a room reach their ignition temperature and they start off-gassing those flammable vapors, and they all erupt into flame at one time. It's probably the most dangerous condition that we as firefighters come across, because in a lot of today's homes, flashover occurs in 3 to 5 minutes, and that's right when our fire crews are showing up on the scene and getting in and gaining access to the building. So it's something we have to train our new guys very, very well in, is to recognize the signs of flashover, because they're getting on the scene about the same time that potential is going to happen.
So the room literally explodes.
Yeah, the room, and what you'll see is if this room would have reached flashover potential, everything would have been burned, and we would have had some pretty good lines of demarcation, about 6 feet and up would have just been burned completely. And then we would have had ceiling temperatures over 2,000 degrees, radiant heat temperatures on the floor would have been over 400 to 700 degrees, depending on what we had burning and how much flashed over at any given time.